KDB. KDB.
Beats Planet.
And we are back with another episode of the Lombardi Live. I love y'all to pieces. Let me just play something for y'all, man. We've had an incredible response over the past 2 days. Let me just one time this, man. Let me just one time. For y'all. For y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here, man. I've made the conscientious decision. I'm not gonna run my damn, pressure up. I got my little blood pressure monitor, you know what I'm saying, Will. So I got my little machine to check my numbers if it ever get too bad up in here. Got my little machine there. But listen, I am not going to let anybody, let's just get focused real quick. Just like I told y'all. Don't let anybody mess up your focus. Don't let anybody mess up, what's really going on here. Because what'll happen is them motherfuckers will make you miserable. They'll make you miserable. We had an incredible Cowboy Monday. We on a 3-game winning streak, and all people want to do is fuss on the internet. Not gonna be able to do it. I want y'all to, whatever side of whatever argument. Will, I ain't even gonna say the argument I'm arguing about. Whatever side of the argument you on, just hold that side. Because time will eventually tell. That's the one thing I learned about football. Will Steele, the if you just let things play out. I know we love to be reactionary. We love to be kind of microwavy. And when I say we, I don't mean me and you. I mean them. We love to be reactionary. Sometimes we got to get a thought out right now. But time eventually tells. Time will tell. So hey, I'm just gonna keep enjoying these W's that we racking up. We're gonna continue to give you great Cowboys content. We may disagree, but the last thing I want to do is to call you a blazing idiot there. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I don't want to do is look people that love what we do, and I look at y'all and go,
basically, fuck them.
You feel me? So I don't want to do that. We just gonna disagree. I love y'all. Man, big ass hug, and it is what it is. But we got some good ass work for y'all today. Got some Mike McCarthy breakdown here, and me and Will Steele watched the film yesterday. We do a little overtime for y'all, but hey, it is what it is. Me and Will Steele watched the film, and we'll talk about some nuanced topics that we got from the film yesterday from Cowboys versus Washington Football Wizards. I'm your host of Lombardi.
Yo, Skywalker.
Follow me on all my social media, VOCHLOMBARDI, and I'm being point guarded by the best in the business, Master William.
Yeah, I got urgent messages for Mr. Willie Jones.
Willie Jones, what's good with you, sir?
Everybody gonna die.
I'm good, man. Just putting in this work and getting ready for this Rams matchup, which can't wait for.
Got a little bit of work. And that hoodie kind of spiffy there, Will Steele. Where that come from?
I want to say Old Navy. Old Navy?
You know where it come from. You just trying. You don't want to put me
Bruh.
up on game. You don't put me up on.
Listen, let me tell you something. I mean, I don't know about Houston. I'm pretty sure, but in Dallas, these goddamn malls.
Because they look way expensive for Old Navy, dog.
No,
Old Navy.
Oh, it is expensive in Old Navy. Don't get it twisted now. It's a little bit more than I thought it was going to be in Old Navy. But these malls in Dallas are so big. It's 3 floors, long as hell. I don't know where I'm at half the time, and I forget. But yeah, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was Old Navy.
I'm from Natchez, dog. Look, back in Natchez, we got a mall that's 1 story. It got 5 stores in it, 3 of them restaurants, everything else closed, and a bathroom that don't work. The men's side of the bathroom don't work. So I get what you're saying.
We got one of them in Harrisburg, man. It's basically dying. It's a bunch of, I ain't gonna say what because I don't want to get canceled out here in these streets. Just know it's a bunch of empty stores, a cafe, and a bunch of jean joints. I don't know if y'all have jean joints, but it's some spots where it's like you wouldn't really wear that. But there's still a section of people who still wearing the patch jackets and the NBA jeans and people
Pink Panther graphic shirts, you know what I'm saying? Pink Panther smoking a blunt or something like that. Yeah.
The airbrush Fruit Loops and come on, man.
I was too old for that 20 years ago. Shelly in the chat box gave us some good information. She said Hollister. Let me tell you something. I can't fit nothing in Old Navy. I damn sure can't fit nothing in Hollister. My goddamn body, my goddamn upper shoulder region too big. They'll have to tailor some work for me. So, hey, Will, still a nice hoodie. You ain't got to worry about me wearing that one. You feel me? Not that one in particular for sure, but if they ain't got none 2X, I definitely ain't wearing it. You feel me? So let's get into a little bit of work today. Little bit of work. I see some people signing up for the Patreon, man. I appreciate y'all. I just wanted to make sure I tell you personally, look me in my eye when I tell you thank you for signing up to the Patreon. We had a good show last night. We watched the Washington football team, D-line. I'm lying. We watched Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen beat the shot of our offensive line there. So we'll definitely get into some of that breakdown. Me and Will are going to give y'all what you need. First, we got some Mike McCarthy clips. I don't have this clip in particular because I only wanted to pull just a small quote from it and not the whole clip. But Mike McCarthy basically was saying, Will, that after 4 weeks, you kind of are what you are, you know? And, you know, when we had the 16-game season, it was easy to break it down. You know what I'm saying? The math was easy. So 4 games was a quarter mark of your season. Now we got 17 games or whatever. So now it's like a quarter and a quarter. It's like a fourth 0.25 done of the season. But I do typically agree that once you've gotten 4 games under your belt, once you've gone through a quarter of your season, for the most part, you know, mid-season form will probably come at the halfway mark, but for the most part, you are who you are. But I think this Cowboy team is different in particular. Let me unlock the phones. I apologize. Hold on.
The conference has been unlocked.
If y'all want to tap into the show, the number is 202-926-1127. Access code 309104. Be sure to call in. Call in and we'll love to hear from you. So what was I just saying? I was saying something. You are who you are at the 4-game mark. Cool. All right, cool. Peep this out. I think we're different in this way, right? Because yes, these other teams are who they are. I think we have our identity, but we have pieces of our superpowers that we ain't really seen yet all the way. Will Steele. Like, yeah, we kind of know who our defense is after 4 games. Yeah, they got the midseason form to go, but we know moving forward, hey, man, if we're going to win, it's going to be on the backs of them dudes. You understand what I'm saying? We know who Zeke and Tony is right now, unfortunately. And it took us 4 games to really know who CeeDee Lamb is, right? And that really gets me caught up in the dude versus dude conversation, right? There's a lot of fans that kind of gave up on dude number 1 after a bad game. He's been hurt. We haven't seen him in 3 games, so now they're ready to say that he's terrible. They're giving up on him. But what if we'd have did this with CeeDee Lamb, though, Will Still? What if CeeDee Lamb has a bad week 1, he gets hurt for 3 weeks, and we don't know who he is? Now, all of a sudden, the rest of the year, we think CeeDee Lamb is hot garbage, but in real life, it took us to get acclimated. It took CeeDee Lamb to be in the wide receiver 1 role, for him to get his confidence up, and for Kellen to properly implement him into the system. You see what I'm saying? The whole 4 games of the season thing, it's a real life thing. I don't think we are who we are yet, because dude ain't back yet. You know what I mean? And, I don't want to fight with y'all. I'm not fighting today. But let's just say, in my personal opinion, you can think whatever you like. Will ready to cuss you. I'm sorry. Will, don't cuss him out yet.
I just had to take a deep breath.
I got you. And normally when you take deep breaths, you cuss motherfuckers out. Because look, Will, the point, the lean forward, and some shit about to happen, Will Still. So I had to catch you just to make sure I'm learning you, brother. When Dak Prescott comes back, in my personal opinion, y'all don't have to agree. And honestly, if you're a pro Cooper Rush guy, I would love to play heel Voch. I would love to put my glasses on and kind of hear some of y'all's logic. That's what this phone is for. But when Dak comes back, in my opinion, this offense is going to super unlock. I think the run game is going to be easier. I think it's going to be easier to get CeeDee Lamb involved. I think Noah Brown's going to elevate. Dalton Schultz, in which he cannot elevate under Cooper Rush. We just haven't. And look, Will Still going to tell you, the looks were open. You know what I mean? Dalton Schultz could have had a crazy game yesterday. Cooper Rush just simply didn't elevate Dalton Schultz. It is what it is. What I learned from the film yesterday is that we have a lot more room to grow on offense. These games where Dak, where number 4 normally would be blowing dudes out, we're having close fights with these teams because we can't get it going on offense. Once we finally get it going on offense, boy, we gonna if we stay consistent on defense and we level up on offense, and I've said this a couple times, but you're not allowed to miss shows, and we keep leveling up on offense, Gallup continues to get healthy, whatever happens with Washington happens. Let's say Tolbert starts to evolve. You take that and pair that with the defense. We can be getting hot towards the end of the season, and it's not about who's best, it's about who gets hot towards the end of the season. Before I get started with Mike McCarthy, did you have a comment on that, Will Still?
I do not. Not yet. I'm waiting, though.
I know what that is. Well, Still, I'm definitely like you. I am the type to just pocket my evidence. You know what I mean? You don't really see me fighting a bunch of Eagles fans right now, and I'll fight them a little bit, but I'm just pocketing my evidence. And when it's time for me to like really fight them, I got a long laundry list of shit that you can't even combat. So I'm petty just like that, sir.
Hey,
Mike McCarthy.
Jay-Z once said, give them enough rope, they put themselves in the air. I just kick away the chair.
Oh, got line for everything, don't it? The Riverbend 28 drop 5. It says, made a $50 bet that Dallas ends with a better record than Arizona. Tie goes to Zona because of division difficulty. How confident are we about that? We got more wins in Arizona so far, and I think we've played I had to look at Arizona's schedule, but we've played a pretty difficult schedule, I would say, for the first 2 games. Not the last 2 games, but the first 2 for sure. So yeah, Arizona probably got a little harder of a road than we do, and we have a better upward trajectory, I would say. Kyler Murray is going to have to put down Call of Duty and actually study. So Riverbend 28, appreciate you for your super chat contribution. Mike McCarthy was asked about Dak Prescott, since we're talking about him. He had this to say.
I definitely want to see Dak go through a full week of prep before he plays. I mean, I think that's something. I mean, we're not talking about being out 1 week here, or 2. I mean, this is going to be a month. And yeah, definitely. I'd like to see him go through a full week.
Would love to see Dak Prescott
7-day runs here. So I think it'll time up.
Would love to see Dak Prescott go through a full week of practice. Mike McCarthy has been really consistent with that. I don't think that he's the guy that, okay, we're just going to, snap, just on a whim, just play Dak Prescott because we feel like we need him. That's one thing. Mike's not the guy to do that. 2, we fucking 3-1. You know You know what I mean? So I would love to have Dak back for the Eagles game because I'm really not trying. That's like half of my Super Bowl for me. Like Super Bowl is half, beating the Eagles is my other half because I got to live in these internet streets and actually talk to these dudes. I would love to have Dak back by then. But I didn't anticipate us being 3-1 going into this game, Will Steele. You feel me? So honestly, Dak, take all the time you need, man. Cooper Rush is doing a fantastic job. And there's a lot of people that think that I hate Cooper Rush just because I defend Ford. That's not the case. I'm proud of Super Rush. I'm super proud of Cooper Rush. I just got to make my points and make it sound that way to fight those guys. But I'm not fighting anymore. So I'm proud of Cooper Rush. And on that same token, I cannot wait for Dak to get back. Will Steele. So we're not going to see Dak Prescott versus the LA Rams. Couple of weeks ago, if you'd have told me Voch Cooper Rush got to play versus the Rams, I'd have been like, hey, man, that's an L.
Yeah, I would have not felt confident, but we wouldn't have seen now what we've seen from the Rams in ourselves. How you feel now?
I think Calvin Watkins asked Mike McCarthy yesterday, hey, man, you going to watch Monday Night Football? The Rams going to be home. Mike McCarthy said this.
Definitely. I think it's very important. I love watching your opponent play live, whether it's, last week watching Washington, play while you're on a Monday night schedule or, things like that. So I think it's real important to, anytime you got a chance to watch them live. I think that's why the scout, the personnel department, when they send the scout, it's, it's the things that you can't see on the coach's tape. You get a feel for the pace of operation. You can feel the emotion, the communication, all those little things, and obviously with all the different TV angles, particularly in a national game like tonight, hopefully you'll be able to see some other things. But it just, I think it's definitely helps you. And I think it's a real healthy dose in your preparation.
The Rams play like shit, Will Steele. They play like shit still. And, not that we're prophets or anything like that, but I would always go back to the Bills game plan week 1, I was like, hey, man, Matthew Stafford is already who I think he is, right? And people love to say that Ford needs things to be perfect for him to play well. Matthew Stafford is a guy that can have a perfect situation, and he can still lead the league in interceptions last year, you feel me? Matt Stafford badly wants to throw you the football. Matt Stafford badly wants you to sack him. You put out an interesting stat, Will Steele. If you can remind the people, and if you don't know it, it's cool. I'll just kind of talk of it. The last couple of games, the Cowboys have made the opposing offense get rid of the ball quicker than they've ever had. Right. As I was watching the Washington football film yesterday, and I put this out of my film session that I'm going to drop in a little bit. Shouts out to my guy Paul working behind the scenes there. I was saying, like, yo, man, people ask, yo, Voch, why aren't we getting sacks? Why didn't Micah get any sacks? Why didn't we get, or just as many sacks this week as we have been? Well, because they didn't trust Carson to hold the football, basically, right? They were subjected to the quick screens, to the quick bubbles, to the whatever. Because when Carson held on to the football, we sacked him. When Carson actually threw the football, we picked it. You understand what I'm saying? So teams are going to try their damnness to eliminate to eliminate as much of the risk as they possibly can. So one or two things are going to happen versus the Rams. They're either going to, first of all, they're going to run the football. So we got to tackle well. And I hope this is a great game for Kurtz to come back. They're either going to get rid of the ball quickly and make us come up and tackle, or they're going to say, all right, we're going to bang our head against this wall anyway, this wall that we call Dallas's defense. We're going to allow Matthew Stafford to throw the ball and hold the ball as much as we want to because we want to attack them deep. And if you're going to do that, then we're going to sack you and we're going to pick you off. That's just how I feel about this defense. Thank you, Will Steele. Brady got rid of the ball the fastest he's ever had in his career. Joe Burrow, 6th fastest, and he was holding the ball, so we actually got to him. Carson Wentz, 2nd fastest in his career. Carson loves to hold the football. We get to these dudes. They are afraid of what the Dallas Cowboys defense is, and they know that if you hold on to it, we will get to you, which is why stopping the run is super important. And it just so happens that the offensive line of the Rams have problems across the board. So I fully anticipate us beating the shit out of them in the trenches. Go ahead, Will Steele.
No, I mean it's kind of what we were saying a couple weeks ago, where the turnovers, the levee's going to break because quarterbacks, when their thought process, when their speed has to increase, things happen. Tip balls, bad throws. Maybe you're hitching a little bit. You're trying to run around and get sacked and you fumble. We got 1 turnover against the Giants. I consider the Cowboys getting 4 against the Washington football people because they had the 2 interceptions and then they had 2 turnovers on downs. That's a turnover. And one of those was in the red zone area. So, what's going to happen next week when you play the guy who has the most interceptions in the National Football League and the second most turnovers in the National Football League? With the offensive line who's given up 14 sacks in 2 games and sandwiched in between, they were better, but they're losing guys too that got hurt. So I'm just saying the levies is still, that pressure is pushing.
I often daydream about how much we're really affecting our viewers. Will Steele, shouts out to Joe Sandberg. He just left a comment in the chat box. He says, real facts. Rams look sweet on Monday Night Football. Joe wasn't talking like that before he, started watching our show. You know what I'm saying? Joe out here calling people sweet. He said real facts, he called people sweet. Joe, if we influence you the wrong way, man, cut it off, man. You know what I mean? Like keep it playing because we need the viewership. But hit mute or something. Don't let us influence you the wrong way, Joe. God damn. Shouts out to you though. R.H. Lewis dropped the Deuce Super Chat says, but Voch got a line on the long snapper. I don't know what they're gonna do about long snapper, but hey, if long snapper is the issue that they have, then
they signed somebody already. Matt Overton.
Yeah. Overton.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's. I wonder what LP Latasaurus is doing. I wonder if he just needed some money because it's big ass. Just let him long snap. He ain't doing nothing else. Podrowski dropped the 5 and says Cowboys get the upset. Vach. VACH. Vach, take this Primo to Golden Corral. Primo, is that Spanish for something? Much love from Reno. Is Primo slang for something? Is that Spanish? What is that, Primo?
You the Spanish connoisseur.
I can't say connoisseur in Spanish. I don't know what Primo mean, man, but I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. I mean, but look though, to be fair, based on what I've seen from the Rams, Will Steele, this ain't a Golden Corral game. I think we could beat the Rams. I think the Rams look sloppy. I think I don't think we're punching up too much. Like if we beat the Eagles, I'm taking 7 of y'all to Golden Corral, maybe 8. You know what I'm saying? That's a Golden Corral game. But the Rams.
Yeah, my man set it off. Chris was like, "Hey man, after we beat Washington, you got to bring back we still them." I was like, "No, we can't bring back we still them boys for beating Washington. No. Now we get to week 6. That's a different story."
It's nothing. On this defense, they was asking Mike McCarthy about the ceiling of these players, and Mike had this to say about his Cowboy defense.
What's the last? The heights the defense can reach. Well, the heights the defense can reach. I think just like anything, just stay focusing on it. I've said it 3 times and already. Scott. I think you look at the 4 games we've played in. Obviously, people are coming at it. They're challenging our run defense because frankly, they probably don't want to deal with our pass rush. 5 or more. So we just got to really stay focused on our run defense. I think that's going to be our biggest challenge moving forward. If I was playing against our defense, that's the way I would go. So I think just with that, because the better we play on first and second down, obviously it's really going to play to our strength on third down. But we just got to keep taking the ball away. This bunch is I think we were excellent at it last year, and so there's a standard that's been set, and we just want to stay after it. And we had 2. We had 2 Sunday. Actually, I had a chance for a couple more. So, run defense and takeaways. I think we'll get to any heights that I don't really look at the records and so forth, but I think we definitely have room for improvement.
Now, first of all, Will, Mike McCarthy ain't saying nothing that we haven't said before. But did you feel a little confidence coming from him? Will Steele, you know what I mean? Like, Mike McCarthy said it in his voice, right? But in my mind, how Mike McCarthy said, shit, we fixed this run game. It's a wrap. In my mind, that's what he said, Will Steele. Let's listen to it one more time. Let's listen to it.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the last? Well, the heights the defense can reach. I think just like anything, just stay focusing on it. I've said it 3 times and already. Scott. I think you look at the 4 games we've played in. Obviously, people are coming at it. They're challenging our run defense because frankly they don't want to. They probably don't want to deal with our pass rush.
That's the part right there.
They don't want to fuck with us in the passing game.
That's the part. I thought the same thing when he said that. I was like, he really wanted to say they don't want no parts of this passing game. They don't want that smoke, so they're going to try to run the ball. And he ain't lying.
because we got the DBs for it and we got the pass rushers for it. Will still like, bro, like, and it ain't like, oh well, the Cowboys. It just happens that. You know, it's not like a situation where, oh, well, it just happens that, okay, well, the pass defense may be the Cowboys' best, chance to be good on defense. No, it's the Cowboys are elite in pass defense, whether it be pass defenders and whether it be pass rushers. If we get to do what we want, curtains, sir. And I agree, man. But we have to get better in run defense. To the defense's credit, though, the run defense looked kind of, whatever. It looked runnable in the first half, but Dan Quinn made it runnable. Dan Quinn made a fantastic adjustment in the second half, and they were really trying to get to the edges. And the Rams and the Eagles, there are two teams that when they run, they're going to try to get to your edges. So Dan Quinn cleaned that up nicely. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I noticed in that run game department is they use a lot of that pre-snap, at-snap motion, getting some of those tight ends moving, and that froze up our linebackers. So get ready for a little bit of that against the Rams, as well as the Eagles, right? But I don't think listen, they might have ran on the Cowboys in the first half, but it wasn't to do with the defensive tackles because those boys were balling. Yeah.
Neville Gallimore played the best game that he's played. They kept holding Bohanna. They couldn't help but hold him. And look, every time they held Bo so petty, they held him. Bo just look at the rim and be like, and he did like 3 times.
Then he finally caught it. He was like, come on.
Exactly. Dorrance was like, 3, you know what I mean? But we've been getting beat on run. Like, they'll get guys out and our DBs will get blocked. Like Van Der Esch and them will get blocked or something like that. Like Van Der Esch he'll be leaning towards C gap, but he'll end up in B gap somehow. Like, all right, cool. But what I started seeing in the second half, and it started with I think it was this play where they went to the outside and they blocked Malik Hooker, but Malik Hooker he got off the block and came down and made a play. I'm like, okay, cool. Do some more of this, and then you just saw more and more of our DBs making plays, which I think is important for J. Ron to get back, because you just add another dude that's not interior offense, that's not interior D line guy, just another dude that's a short tackler for you. So everybody wants to put J. Ron versus Donovan. Them dudes gonna play together, and Donovan, just to give him credit, he's the missile to J. Ron's like sniper accuracy, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? J. Ron wants to hit a general direction and blow everything up around it. But Donovan wants to blow everything up around it, but J. Ron is a little more precise with his. Would you say that Donovan probably makes the more athletic plays out of the, just in the run game in particular, not coverage in particular, whatever, right? But I feel like Donovan can be deeper than J. Ron. And J-Ron can have the better angle, but Donovan gets downhill so fast. He'll get there first. Go ahead.
I think he's more athletic in general. And that's not like a knock on J-Ron or anything like that. It's just Dono's been, I've said this many times, if it wasn't for the injury, I think he would have had this kind of season last year. But now year 2, he's healthy and he's playing that style he played in 2020. So yeah, Donovan Wilson is our most athletic safety in my opinion.
Speaking of Bohanna, we was talking about him earlier. Noah Brown also, they got injured. Pat Walker asked Mike McCarthy about those injury updates. Mike McCarthy had this to say.
I think both those guys are, scheduled to potentially practice this week. So got a good report on both Noah and Bohanna.
Easy peasy. Got a good report on Noah and Bohanna. And to be fair, we need both those guys, but we're so depthy, and it definitely helps the wide receiver core that Gallup is back. We'll talk about him in a quick ass second. Like, it helps that Gallup is back, but Noah Brown, Gallup, and CD are better than just CD, Gallup, and now we got to find somebody to replace Noah Brown or whatever. So yeah, Noah is Noah, and Noah ain't necessarily a game breaker, but I would love to see what happens to Noah's role once Gallup fully gets his foot back in the game. Gallup had like 2 catches on a touchdown or something like that, but it was his pass interference stuff that was super important, right? Because Gallup, he's been our deep threat guy, right? Gallup has been our most consistent. And I think we got better deep threat dudes. We just haven't discovered it yet. But as far as the known deep threat guy, Gallup is that guy. And what we really haven't been getting is pass interference penalties that'll give us an easy 40 yards, Will Steele. And Gallup got us 2 huge first down pass interferences, man. So it's good to have his ass back. Go ahead, sir.
Nope. You're absolutely right. I think Gallup is also going to allow these guys to have the confidence to throw somebody else deep, because they're just not really sending CD down there. It's mostly been Noah. That's it.
Sure. Alex, the Eagles fan in the chat box says Dono is overrated, but I'm gonna let y'all cook. That's the funny part about this Will Steele. Like he's what?
There's not a chance he's watching all 22 and coming away with he's overrated. This is Eagle stuff, right, Alex?
Yes, it's got to be Eagles. But look, even if that's the case, though, Will Steele, even if he was overrated, he's like the 7th best dude on our defense or something like that. Maybe, possibly 5th, 6th, 7th.
I would have to. I don't know. I know he's up there, but he's playing like better than the 7th best guy.
I'm gonna count. I'm gonna sit up here and count and get a damn tally on this shit. We talked about Gallup yet? Okay, cool. Mike McCarthy on Michael Gallup. Here we go.
I mean, we all just like you wanted to see him get going, and then once he was comfortable, obviously, let's not kid ourselves. A touchdown was a huge play. I mean, that's, you think about, he makes that play. He's coming off the field. You can see the reaction of his teammates. Mm-hmm. And I know where my mind went. Here's a guy that you've seen out on the field every day for the last 8 months going through rehab, and now he's back. So that's a threshold moment for him. And as he got into the flow of the game, I watched him pretty exclusively when he was in there early. But he felt great, and so, we were looking probably 20, 25 plays. I think he went to 39, and it was just based off of how he felt and how he looked.
Deep shots, driving the pass. That's what he brings to you guys. I mean, his ability to get.
Oh yeah, he's one of the finest deep ball guys that I've had to coach. I mean, as far as running a go route and playing inside that red line, catching the ball in the phone booth, and creating a box. That is definitely, probably one of his best routes.
They wanted to play Michael Gallup for 35. He ended up, for 25, but he ended up playing 39. Cool. I'll take it. You know what I mean? As long as we ain't have no setbacks. As long as we have no setbacks, it's cool. And I did kind of cringe and grip my fist together and bite down real hard when we went deep with him those couple of times, but he got up. Walked off. It's cool. He scored a touchdown with him. He celebrated. He looked weird celebrating, but he celebrated. And his guys on the sideline love to see him celebrate. All right. So I would say it's probably gonna take a couple more games to really get Gallup back, to Gallup. But to be fair, let me get my work already, dog. Let me just prepare my work. This amount of Michael Gallup, which may be like 78%, maybe 80%, 82%, motherfucker better than Dennis Houston, ain't he? Just saying. I'm just saying. Ooh, boy, we was down bad, wasn't it? God
Dennis
damn.
Houston was really out there. 60 snaps the first 2 games. 40 in the first.
I wanted to get to a point to where Michael Gallup starts back to playing football there's no other way I can explain it. But there's this football terminology that me and some of my old coach friends used to say, but he's one big muscle. You know what I mean? To where Gallup looks like he's just physical in dudes out there. He's probably not going to be that right now or this week or next week. I think after the bye, I think that's going to be a good little feel for when Gallup gets back to 100%, to where he's doing those yak things, those tough catches, those tough contested catches. But as of now, boy, he's definitely he's an upgrade.
He showed us a little bit of it on his very first catch. That was a contested catch. I know it was just a basic button hook, but there was bodies around him and he came down with it. Now, it ain't look great when he came out of it. He even said I was a little nervous on that first one, but after that, he was good to go.
Sure. And look, that motherfucker caught it, hit the ground, fell. He ain't try to run. He just hit the ground, fell, got up and went, woo!
All right. I guess I am okay.
I get this ball away from me, though, but we good, huh? Take this shit. Next play. Good shit for Mike Gallup. I'm so happy for that dude. And Mike McCarthy had this to say about the offensive line, and this will lead us into our film evaluation. So here we go.
Oh, definitely have some things to learn from.
Right.
I thought our left side, playing the different combinations. So that, we just not the easiest thing to do on a short week. So I think a full week of getting the communication, and we had a couple of things that we were not intact as far as the combination blocks and so forth. I thought they did a really good job, particularly Payne and Allen, winning the second and third reaction. So those are the things we need to focus on.
Let me tell you something, man. All that shit cute, bro. Communication was not gonna save you this game, boy. Hey, Will Steele, talking this shit through pre-snap, making sure we're in the right place. You know, hey, I got this, Mike. Tapping the man to your left. Hey, I got this. Shit, that wasn't gonna help you. Weight room was gonna help your ass, goddamn. It was nothing else you could do, but saying, "Hey, Tyler," was not gonna help him.
Hold up, and here's a funny thing. Like, we all love what we saw in Jason Peters in week 3, right? People was like, "Man, we should have put Jason Peters in there more too." Jason Peters got that smoke too.
That is dumb. Hey, look, this is the worst part about it. Jason Peters was losing too, but he's big and he's naturally clumsy looking already. So it looked worse for him because it looked like he kept falling down all over. He was on the ground more than anybody.
So you nicer than me. This is how I phrased it. Well, you can tell Jason Peters is still trying to figure it out at left guard because that motherfucker.
Every time Jason Peters, look, man, it's like that old joke. It's like the old joke from Eddie Murphy. His auntie fell down the stairs, but she kept falling, and it was just like an endless fall down the stairs. My shoe. Jason Peters. It takes so long for him to fall, boy.
That's a big boy, man.
It was bad for Jason Peters, but to be fair, it was bad for a lot of them. But
yeah, bad for almost everybody. But yeah.
Shit. Let me run down these numbers, man, just so we can have context for what I'm about to say to you. I actually put my grades on Twitter, Will, if you want to pull those up, or I can just speak them out, whatever you want to do. Sick of this. Terrence Steele plays 61 snaps. Tyler Biadasz and Tyler Smith also played 61 snaps. Zach Martin's ankle went out, so for 2 plays he was out, but he played 59 snaps. Jason Peters, in which he's listed as tackle still, I wonder if we'll get some change there. He played 21 snaps. Matt Fornyak played 8 snaps. All right, cool. So I watched my film. I watched my offensive line film on patreon.com. Is there anybody in the chat box that was in the Patreon yesterday? I think Joe was there. Joe's always there. But every Monday, or just after we get the film, I break down the offensive line on Patreon. Tyler Smith, in my personal opinion, he had the best game out of everybody. And look, everybody had their problems, right? Everybody had their issues at some point. Nobody was undefeated in this one. But out of everybody, Tyler Smith had the best game. I didn't hear nothing from Montez Sweat. I mean, it was like one play towards the end of the game, and it was maybe like another play in the middle. But besides that, the majority of the time, Will Steele, Tyler Smith was smoking number 90. Power. His hand placement was whatever sometimes, his technique was whatever sometimes, but as long as he adjusted and got that hand in there, Montez stopped moving. I'm so impressed with this dude. And normally I do my offensive line rankings consistently the last 3 games. It's been Terrence Steele or Zach Martin being the best guy. They've been switching for the most part, right? This is the first week that Terrence Steele has played better than Steele and Martin for their own reasons. We'll talk about it in a minute, but Will Steele, tell me what you saw from Terrence Steele, and I'm trusting you as offensive line guy. So, chat, we trusting Will Steele as offensive line guy. Listen what he got to say. Go ahead, brother.
Nah, don't trust me. But no, I thought Terrence kind of showed a little bit of what he struggled with in the previous years, right? Or last year as a rookie. A little bit of that bull rush was getting to him some. Zach, though, I'm surprised you didn't start it off with that. With Zach Martin. I texted you and I said, Zach was having some trouble. And I kept going back to a conversation that we had before the season. You said if Zach Martin doesn't remain demigod-like, is he going to be remain in the top 3? And I will admit he's not been demigod-like. I've seen Zach lose a bit more than normal here, but I thought Terrence definitely was better than Zach in this game. Tyler, I thought he had the best game. I text you that as well. But I'm curious to see what you had to say about the others though, McGovern and Biotish.
So the first three guys are there, like there's space in between for a reason, right? The first three guys, like the whole offensive line played whatever you want to say about it. But these bottom three, boy. And look, the caveat in my tweet, parentheses, Allen and Payne kind of whooped everybody inside, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Allen and Payne kind of whooped Zach Martin here and there. It was like 4 or so plays I would say Zach Martin just looked whooped. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, let me just say this first. Let me cut this music down. This music too happy to be telling this shit. Let me shit. Hold on, let me get some good shit. So, Deron Payne is so good. I would say Deron Payne is the quicker of the two, though. Like, they both are strong and quick and got good movement, but Deron probably is the better mover. Jonathan Allen can move also, but he's definitely the stronger with better technique, So they both whoop ass in different ways. So I look at Connor McGovern, who played horribly, by the way. Only 7 offensive linemen played, and he's 7th. Everybody else 8, 9, and 10, but he's 7th. And McGovern was dying horrible deaths out there. The only reason he's 7 was because I saw him win sometimes, right? There was a couple of times I saw Connor McGovern I saw Connor McGovern block Jonathan Allen. I was like, let's go, Connor McGovern. That's how you're supposed to block Jonathan Allen. From now on, that's how you block Jonathan. And then the next play, he just died. And it's almost like when Connor McGovern won, it's almost like Jonathan Allen took a play off that rep. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was reading, and Connor McGovern technically got a hat on him and blocked him, but Jonathan was like, get off me. But when Jonathan wanted to whoop Connor McGovern, rip, move, fall down. Push, extend, fall down. Oh, you're blocking me. Running back goes here, move, get the running back. And it was bad for Connor McGovern, Will Steele. I was sick of him. The only reason I have Peters and Farniok under them is because the sample size for how many reps they played. You see what I'm saying? Jason Peters played 21 snaps, but shit, if you bad on 16 of them, you know what I mean? That's better than Connor McGovern playing many of his snaps and him being bad on 16 to 18 to 20 reps. You know what I mean? Jason didn't win very much. And there was a lot of people that was saying, I was actually trolling Will Steele, like while the game was on. I was trolling. And I was like, yeah, the only reason CD Lamb caught three passes in a row because Jason Peters was in the game. And I was trolling. I was bullshitting. And you saw fans going, facts, this, yes. But on those 3 plays, Jason Peters blocked nobody. He blocked the linebacker. And he was like help guy for somebody. Jason Peters ain't do shit.
Even on that rep, I know you're talking about the help guy rep. It still looked kind of like, I'm still trying to figure this thing out here at left guard, which is, we should understand he played 1 snap prior to last week at left guard. So they got to figure out what they're going to do there. I'm not saying this is going to be, a spot that kills you, but, they got to figure it out.
And I don't think Jason is out of shape necessarily. Like, he's clumsy looking, but I saw him like get to the second level and get some linebackers. He was looking smooth. He was looking quick out there. But on the line of scrimmage, he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And look, this is a bad game to be clumsy. And look, Will, this is how bad the Washington Football Wizards defense is. It's like those 2 guys are the only guys. You know what I mean? Like, Holcomb is cool. James is an athlete. But those 2 dudes, it almost turned into a 7-on-7 game, right? Like if you just ignored the O-line, D-line scenario, whatever, then the game looked, okay, cool, the game looks close. But if you took away everybody else and only watched cartel view, you would think that those 2 D-linemen by themselves ruined the whole offense for the Cowboys.
Yeah. Jonathan Allen, man, I know we always talk about appreciation for Aaron Donald, but I've gained even more appreciation for Jonathan Allen, having put that on and watched what he did on Sunday. He is definitely a game wrecker and a difference maker, and it's no coincidence that your run game couldn't get going. They ruined it. They were even ruining it as guys who were help guys. Like, I'm just going to barrel into your center and guard so that F.A. Obata can swing around and get pressure on Cooper Rush.
Yeah, like they always say that these trench guys, every play they're in a car crash, right? And I do think to an extent that's hyperbolic, and I can say that because I played offensive line. We are thumping in there, but car crash, come on. Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne on gap exchanges, when they stunt, they cause car crashes. Like, people fall down and start reaching for air and shit. Like, it's bad. Like, Tyler Biadasz got spent around so much. And look, so Tyler Biadasz is my last guy because I feel like Connor McGovern won sometimes. I ain't see Tyler Biadasz beat those two guys not once. But you know who Tyler Biadasz kept beating the shit out of? John Ridgeway, boy. Let me tell you something. Boy, John Ridgeway was a breath of fresh air. If you watch the film and Jonathan Allen not there, you'll see Tyler Biadasz walk to the line of scrimmage, deep breathing, hands on his hips, his head down. He don't want to look nobody in the eye. He looking all in the stands and shit. He thinking about getting a hot dog from the concession stand. But look, when John Ridgeway out there, Biadasz ran his ass out there quick. He get competitive. He got competitive with John Ridgeway. He said, hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do this, guys. When 91 was out there, he said, let's do this, guys. And of course, he was beating the shit out of John Ridgeway. I don't think John Ridgeway won a rep versus Tyler Biadasz. But then John Ridgeway go back to the sideline and John Allen to come back. Tyler put his head down and shit. Tyler look like Booker T. Tyler go... when you see Jonathan Allen and shit, it's bad, man. It's bad, bro. Professor O says, I thought Tyler Biadasz played okay. Shit, he did versus Ridgeway. Will Steele, did you see something different with Biadasz?
I definitely did not have. I didn't have him as the worst, but I don't have him up there with the other three for sure. Previous games he was what? He was either 2 or 3, or I think you might have him at 1 after the first week. But this game, he definitely was one of the worst in there. But it's tough because, again, I laugh at Peters, but in all seriousness, it was a tough go about it for him. That was really his first test against some gangsters at guard, and it didn't fare well.
I think you can honestly rank the bottom of those guys however you want to. You know what I mean? I think I graded Biadasz that way because he kept losing cartoonishly. You know?
They was like kind of tossing him when he lost.
Yeah, okay, yes. Okay, look, when McGovern will lose, it's like they'll just pull McGovern down and he'll go, shit, I'm not strong. Like they'll whoop Biadasz and Biadasz start spinning in circles and shit with he'll start spinning in circles and shit. Like, it just looked cartoonishly worse. I'm like, dog, they beating the shit out of Biadasz. But when Biadasz will win, I'm like, this got to be 91. It'll be John Ridgeway. You know what I mean? So you can grade the bottom guys how you want to. Peters didn't have a good game, and people were surprised to see that Peters didn't have a good game, but y'all got to watch the film. But yeah, it's the first 3 guys and then it's the next 4. So let me ask you this, Will Steele. We got Aaron Donald next week. And we're dealing with a lot of things, Connor McGovern recovering from his ankle and Jason Peters recovering from his stamina and his lack of offseason. Fourniak's probably just going to be swing tight end, fullback, interior guy. What are we looking like at left guard for next week? Are we still going to be rotating both guys? Or we're just going to roll with McGovern?
It sounded like they're going to be rotating. According to McCarthy, he said, all 3 of these guys are going to be on the field. He's talking about the Hawk package, which I'm getting annoyed with. But it was successful in play action, but it's silly. So it sounds like they're still going to rotate. I'm looking at it this way. At some point, though, if you're going to roll with Peters, you got to keep increasing those snaps or give him a half, and then maybe – I don't know how they're going to do this, but he needs to feel comfortable in there. This was my and again, it's 2 games in. This was my worry, right? He hasn't played that position ever in general. And you could just see the confidence level at tackle, Voch, right, on the film from last year. He is confident. Pat, 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 boom. Kick, slide. Like, everything is confident. Yeah. Not so much at guard. He's kind of relying on whatever athletic ability he has left at the age of 40. Yeah. And I don't want to get to that point. Not a good matchup next week. It's Aaron Donald, right? So it is what it is. But I don't give a damn. Biadasz, McGovern, Fourniak, Peters. Not a good matchup. So they're going to have to maybe play some keep away, run away from him, get the ball out quick. But double team, triple team, whatever you got to do, don't let him wreck the game like Allen and Payne were doing.
People don't want to hear this, Will Steele. Got Aaron Donald next week. People hate this shit, but this be a good week to have Connor Williams, huh? Now who's wrong? Now who's wrong? See, I tried to tell you, but you don't listen. I tried to tell you, but you don't listen. And now we got to deal with these scrubs here going up against Aaron Donald. Well, we had the Aaron Donald eraser. But now y'all want to get funny. Now y'all want to be like, oh, well, PFF said that Connor Williams is there. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But it is what it is, though, man. I don't hate nobody, man. I love y'all to pieces, though. I just want, you know what I'm saying? I just want to talk football, man. I just want to talk Cowboys. We got 1,000 people watching live, man. I appreciate y'all.
Somebody said that on Twitter about Connor Williams, and I just had to chuckle because we all know he ain't scared of the smoke with Aaron Donald.
Well, look, listen. Connor Williams probably can't block. He probably can't block Jonathan Allen neither. He can't block who was old boy that was with Seattle that year? That 3-tech in Seattle. Y'all know who I'm talking about that kept kicking his ass. Like he can't block these like Jeffrey said. He can't block them dudes. You can count on Connor Williams beating the shit out of Aaron Donald. You can count on that. And I got film proof of that. Shit. It is what it is. Let's see. Any other film notes that you took, Will Steele? I was really impressed with this the day that, you know, Diggs and Lamb and Neville Gallimore had that 2020 class, the first three guys in that 2020 class. They played one of the best games I've seen from them. But go ahead, though. My bad.
From which standpoint, offense or defense?
Just anything before we move on to the phones to wrap up the show.
Move this out the way. Nah, I mean,
Jaron Reed, thank you. Go ahead.
Jaron Reed, yeah, he's a beast.
Jaron Reed
I kind of said my piece on with the offense. You said your piece earlier as well. There's room to grow, and I think they will grow as they continue to get pieces back. I did catch this nugget at the end of my show earlier, and I went back and listened. Did you hear Kellen Moore say, I wanted to pass the ball all game, but I now understand there's a time and place for that. You know, it sounds like he said, I'm growing and I'm learning. I don't know how to take it. I don't know if that's like, okay, he truly is growing and learning, or we're going to have to keep that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That was your tweet that one time?
Yeah.
I didn't listen. I saw Kellen talking, but I didn't listen to it. Kellen said I wanted to throw the ball the whole game, but shit,
jokingly, but there's always a little bit of something in the joke, right? And I believe him because we all know historically speaking that's what he wanted to do. But I commend him for sticking with it, even though it wasn't working. But because he stuck with it, what I noticed in the film was that the play action continued to work because they believed it. So he's going to have to continue to keep doing that, man.
God damn. The long snapper is out for the year. Does this mess Maher up? I'm concerned. A bad long snapper can mess up the kicking game. Sure, but you can find a long snapper for, $38. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason why we don't break the bank for long snappers. You can go to some high school and find a long snapper right now. Not saying that you are, but it's some dudes out there that can long snap for you. So yeah, how he get hurt, Will Steele? I know they said it was his tricep. What the he get hurt? What'd he do?
Well, they run down and tackle, so I wonder if he tried to make a tackle.
Ain't him and punter? Ain't him and the punter? This LP Latiso ain't tackling nobody in a decade. Like how he get hurt tackling?
He did. LP sometimes be the first one down and looking goofy, recovering fumbles and everything. Number 91.
Is he an opportunist? Goofy ass, big ass. All right, let's get into the phones, man. Let's see. I'm gonna do right by y'all, man. When content creators call in, I put them at the front of the line, man. Law Nation be having me waiting 2 hours before I get on his phone. So it is what it is. We gonna show some love. Space Cowboy, what up, Carter? Oh shit, he's on mute. My bad. Let's take me off mute. Oh, and he hung up. God damn, Carter. Oh. God damn, he hung the phone up. Well, hey, we was about to do it, but moment of silence. Metal Gear. We'll still hit that Metal Gear for me one time.
Metal Gear, I got you, brother.
Space.
The conference has been unlocked.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake?
Oh man, goddamn Carter. Okay, Space Cowboy, callbacks we can get you in, man. Callbacks we can get you in, man. And then we'll get you on. But till he called back, let's get David on the line. David, what up? Dave.
What's good? Okay, can you guys hear me?
Hey, yo, dog. We be looking for reasons to hit this button, boy. You better wake up. What's up, Dave? What you got for the show?
My bad. Okay, so looking at this defense, right? It's top 3 in like basically everything. I think in total yards we're like 7th, something like that. But the only thing I see with this defense, right?
Sound good, Will?
Is D tackle and linebacker.
Okay.
Do you guys think we should upgrade our D tackle?
Wait, time out. Whoa.
You ain't watched that game, brother.
Wait. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was fucking. You say we need to improve at D tackle?
Yes.
For what?
Not after last game. I'm not talking about last game. I'm just talking about like in general.
You shouldn't talk about none of them shits.
Stopping everything.
What game you watching?
The only reason I'm saying that is like if you look at the Giants game, or if you look at like people that hurts that like to run, we're not our NASCAR package, meaning like all linebackers, all DNs, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they break contain, it's up the middle. Because none of our D tackles are really pass rushers like that. They're like more run stuffing guys. So what do you guys think about that?
Osa?
I think it's some nonsense. I think it's some bullshit. I think you not watching film. I think you letting the narratives get to you, sir. What you need to do is you need to tune in to my show. What you need to do is you need to tune in to A to Z Dallas, and maybe you'll learn something before you get a stone cold stunner in front of your mom, before you get a stone cold stunner in front of your family. That's what you need to do. Listen, brother, let me tell you something. Who is this again? David, your defensive line has been playing incredible, sir. And I know that we may not have flashy names. I know, if we had a name like Aaron Donald, you'll probably feel confident in that. But Quinn Bohanna, Neville Gallimore, if you want to talk about strictly like a run game guy, Tristan Hill has been doing solid things in the run game, sure. But we haven't been bad at the interior tackle spot. If you want to say linebacker, I'm not gonna hate you on that. Then we can talk about linebacker. But interior D line, Quentin Bohanna has been playing lights out for you. Him, also Digizua, and we're seeing Chauncey get involved also. You ain't got a problem at interior D line, sir.
Don't get me wrong, bro. Like I like our D tackle, bro.
There's no way you like our D tackles. You like our D tackles. There's no way you like our D tackles. No, sir. No, sir. Because if you liked our D tackles, you wouldn't call my show trying to replace them. You understand me? Listen, Dave, what I'm saying, bro, is Dan Quinn is putting these guys in position where they can really bro, we got dudes that aren't even big name dudes, but they're playing fantastic football for you. Your linebackers are like they're soaking up double teams, blocking them and shedding blocks and making plays in the run. That's their job. And you may want to get more sacks from these guys, but shit, you get sacks from the dudes that get sacked.
I was just about to say your defensive ends are getting sacks. You know what I'm saying? I think I heard him say that he saw the quarterback break and contain last week, brother. Daniel Jones was running for his life. He was breaking contain because the pass rush was getting there. And a lot of those times where he did maybe scramble and get up in the middle, it was because there was likely a stunt. They have a role now in defensive tackle. They're not telling these dudes to line up and just go all the time. A lot of the times they're stunting and they're just being the stunt man so that another dude can come free behind them. Your defensive tackles, in my opinion, are playing. They've played the most consistent ball, in my opinion, from weeks 1 through 4. And the reason why they got off on the ground, it's not them, in regards to Tampa, in regards to Washington. It's getting to the edges, linebackers, and sometimes your DEs. But I think your defensive tackles are playing fine ball, man. They're just not big household names. But an upgrade is probably you're looking at like a possible Pro Bowl type player. I would never turn down a possible Pro Bowl player, but that would be an upgrade, in my opinion.
Hey, yo, David, let me ask you a question. Which interior D lineman do you want to replace in particular?
I mean, I don't know if I have like a name for you, but I just feel like, I don't know, like someone that's could pass rush from the interior would be cool, I guess.
Right. But
I don't
if
think
you
we have that.
right, but if you sign somebody that's a pass rusher, somebody got to go. So like, who would be your gotta go guy?
Maybe put Chauncey in the practice squad.
Chauncey on the practice squad. Chauncey on the practice squad. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Chauncey on the practice squad. What's the hell wrong with you? I'm bullshit. I'm playing. We having fun. Now, okay, David. Okay, so like like Will said, right? If you want to trade a first round pick to get Quentin Williams, I'm not crazy. Sure.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Like Simmons, something like that.
Sure, but say that though. But don't say it like, oh yeah, we got problems at D. Oh, wait, don't say it like I wish we can do better at D tackle and linebacker. Your tackles are playing great football. If you want to say, damn, sure it'd be nice to have a Quentin Williams, Aaron Donald dude. Shit, we all agree. We all on that. You know what I mean? We're all on that page. You know what I mean?
I 100% agree with him for linebacker though.
We're on point with you for linebacker. If you want to throw some picks and try to go get Devin White or try to go get Roquan Smith, you own to some player. You ain't lied not one time. But hey, David, appreciate you, man. You a good sport, man. Good call, brother. Salute.
All right, see y'all.
Sir. Hey,
David,
Will, let me say.
David ain't got time for our shenanigans.
David, yo, that NWO button is different, man. It's different, bro. My bad, Cardo. I mean, the damn thing that kicked you out. We tried to get you in early, but it is what it is, Mike.
Listen, man, Stephen Jones, he hacked into your mainframe and he kicked me. Like, let me get this son of a bitch.
Hey, I will tell you what, Cardo. Sound like you got your shirt in your pocket. Turn us up a little bit so we can hear you.
Listen, man, I am a very busy man, so I had to call in right now. I'm driving around trying to take care of a few things for work. But all quality aside, I just wanted to give you a little call.
Sure.
All right.
Go ahead.
Well,
go ahead, Cardo. We got you.
Okay, gotcha. So it's funny how we're 4 weeks in, we're 3-1, and it's like, let's be honest, like a lot of us are probably thinking, okay, you know what? Well, shit, the season's pretty much over. But guess what? You got yourselves a head coach that's winning you games with a backup. I think that's something that we aren't used to here in Cowboy land.
For sure.
My main thing too is that, and I know you've talked on this defense isn't even in midseason form yet.
It's not, man. It's not.
So if we're limiting people to just a touchdown a game, and I know that there's going to be a point in time where, you might have 2 touchdowns where it might be guard. I don't know.
Right.
My main thing is now I'm looking at this offense, and like when you reinsert Rain Dakota Prescott back in, what I'm worried about, I'm not sure if you guys touched up on this. What's going to happen when he gets back? Like, are we going to go back to, how we would do these like arrogant, like play calling and stuff like that, where it's like, it feels like we're just like doing things like, oh, I got a quarterback that can do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like how we're approaching the game now is how we should be doing things because, I feel like we're being way more efficient. I think that this offensive line, especially Tyler Biadasz in left guard spot, still needs to do better.
Sure.
My honest opinion.
Sure.
Because that's where you're kind of getting gashed. But, like, what do you think is, like, how would you approach reinserting Dak back into this lineup? Like, how would you continue to conduct the offense as is, or, like, what would you say?
Well, let me say this, and Will Steele, what's my volume from way back here?
He either got to go, you got to answer this off, or because it sounds bad.
Okay, so, Cardo, we're going to answer your question off air, man, because you're on the Obama phone, but I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, I'm on call, so I gotta take care of that stuff. So,
all right,
thank
cool.
you so much, man.
Space Cowboy 17 on YouTube, y'all check him out.
Now let's get you back down.
Turn this down. I was about right there. Check. We good?
Yep.
All right, we good. So, let's see. I think basically we all on the same page about Dak Prescott and how to use him. I think we're all all over the place in terms of when to bring him back, but I do think we're on the same page when we only want Dak back when he's healthy, and we need to run the same offense that we've been running this very simplistic offense, this what we've been doing with Cooper Rush, right? And then when you have the upside of Dak's talent, then you can elevate what we've been doing. I mean, you can add a couple more things, right? You ain't got to just single read everything, because at some point defenses will catch up to you. And luckily for Cooper Rush, he ain't got to worry about that. Cooper Rush ain't got to worry about being caught up to, because before he get caught up to, Dak will be healthy by then. But just keeping this offense simple and just doing our thing and not being so predictable. Of course, we all want that. I want him back for the Eagles game, but everybody else, we all got our different opinions on that. Will Steele actually pulled up the Kellen Moore clip. Let's hear it, Will Steele.
Earlier in your play calling career, were you as persistent with the run when you're kind of beating your head against the wall like that?
Everything inside of me wanted to throw the football the entire Sunday. So but you learn, you grow.
So I know they heard it, but I ain't hear it. So,
I got you.
Okay, go ahead.
If you want to run that back.
Please, one time, just so I can hear it one time.
Earlier in your play calling career, were you as persistent with the run when you're kind of beating your head against the wall like that?
Everything inside of me wanted to throw the football the entire Sunday. So, but you learn, you grow.
Yeah.
Well, shit, Kellen.
We can't have that, Kellen.
No, what the
yeah.
like? Don't admit it. Like, don't That's almost like if you was a president or something like that, and everybody knew you was on drugs, but you lied and said you wasn't on drugs. But after you done your presidency, like, yeah, the last 7 years, I was on drugs, man. But like, we ain't doing that no more.
And that goes back to what Space Cowboys said, right? Like, just because you get Dak back, who is without a doubt a better thrower of the football, don't just abandon what has been working for your team. In fact, lean into this a little bit more as your quarterback gets acclimated, because it's still only one game. They didn't play preseason; it's one game, so you got to get him up to snuff. And then there's going to be times, and it may be right away, but there's going to be times where you do need to run or throw that ball a little bit more because you get into those type of fights. But until that time, you don't need to do that.
Everything inside of me wanted to everything inside of me wanted to throw the ball is crazy.
Yeah, man.
All right. Rest of the callers, we're gonna get to y'all. The Patriots released Laquan Treadwell. Don't nobody ask me to go get Treadwell. All right, let's get the next three of y'all on the phone. Let's get in, make your point. Let's move on. It's at 4:21. I ain't even know it was that late. Let's get Logan in here, see what he's talking about. Christian on deck, Neil in the hole. Let's go. Logan, what's up?
Yo, Voch, what's going on, man? It's been a while.
Cooling player, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. This is home. Whenever you want to leave and come back, it's on you.
Yeah, no, it's been crazy. It's crazy now that I've been watching you for, I think, since the 2018 season. It feels like a long time ago now.
Wow.
It was a long time ago.
Crazy.
But, yeah, so I have I don't know what bro was talking about with the defensive tackles, because I watched the All-22. The D tackles were great on Sunday. Like, they were doing their job. They've been doing their job all year.
Yeah.
So they've been doing their thing. So I have an opinion, and I wanted to hear your opinion on my opinion. So I have an opinion on the tight end situation. I'm kind of ready to push Dalton Schultz off a bridge, just myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not – he had the injury, right? And I think Hendershot and Ferguson are the future. I don't think you're going to re-sign Schultz anyway. So what I would do, a team that maybe needs a receiving option at tight end, I would maybe try to send them somewhere, maybe a Chicago for a Roquan Smith. Or that's the one position I think that you could go upgrade at the deadline, is go get another linebacker, because I think that's the one position on defense where if you go get another fast linebacker and put in the middle, whoo! That's the one position I think you could upgrade on the defensive side of the ball.
So I don't think you're going to trade him. And I think Schultz's value moving forward is going to be interesting, because I don't think Schultz is going to do shit with Cooper Rush moving forward. Maybe if, him and Dak pick back up where they left off last year, then maybe Schultz can pick up a little bit of value. But I think what we've seen with Schultz being out the first, those first couple of weeks or whatever, I think Jones and the crew, McClay and the crew, I think they're perfectly fine with Ferguson and Hendershot. I think they're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Sean McEwen making $38. They're not gonna sign him. They're gonna go find another dude. They're gonna undraft another undrafted dude, or just sign another undrafted dude. He's gonna make his $38 for two on a possible. And I think that we're gonna move along with tight end by committee moving forward. And I think that's gonna work just fine. Dalton Schultz gonna be in Jacksonville somewhere, and it's just gonna be is what it is.
Can we get a comp pick for him?
Mm-hmm.
Is that possible?
Yeah, 100%. If he goes somewhere, so if you trade him, no. But if he goes somewhere and he make top dollar, like top dollar, yeah, you'll get a third back for him.
Yeah, you got to follow the Patriot way. As much as I hate it, man, get those comp picks. And
We'll pay this fuck.
We can draft them in the third round.
We'll pay this fuck. Yeah, I got you, my guy. Logan, this was a fantastic call. But look, I think there's a lot of people that are thinking just like you. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Dalton Schultz had showed us very much to help elevate this young guy. I mean, even Kittle can shine with Garoppolo or whatever, right? So why can't, you know what I mean? But I think the clear answer is Dakota Prescott kind of elevates some of the guys around him. Appreciate you, Logan. Good call. And Will Steele is the pettiest motherfucker in the business.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because look, I look over at the screen, I see Will showing highlights, which isn't abnormal. But we was talking about Dalton Schultz. I was expecting to see Dalton Schultz highlights.
He's in here.
He's in there somewhere. Yeah, he's a piece of this somewhere, but he's right there in the New England. No, that ain't him. That's Dak getting the ball there. That's Dak fitting in tight window throws. That's Dak throwing people open. That's Dak deep balling.
Oh, no,
that's
we just switching up the, just putting some things on to let people, enjoy themselves as they're listening. That's all.
We ain't say nothing about Dak throwing guys open or keeping the offense on time or scoring points. We ain't see nothing about Dak. All right.
No, you continue. You continue. Don't let me distract you.
But look, Will, it take a petty motherfucker to know a petty motherfucker, because I knew exactly what you was doing as soon as you put it out. I said he fighting a good fight quietly. I love that about you, Will. Still, you good guy. You good guy. Christian, what up?
Yo, Voch, Steele, how y'all doing?
What's good, brother? Everything's everything.
All right, man. My goodness, I've been sitting here just listening to this. Man, all right. First of all, Dirty Dave need to leave my damn D tackles alone.
Oh man.
And then, we need Dalton Schultz. We still got a whole season to play. We need three tight ends. So, anyways, I got two statements and one question for you.
Yes, sir.
It's my opinion, man. If we just put Dak on IR, he's going to miss 4 weeks anyways. We could have kept Ridgeway, the vanilla gorilla. Now, it's not a big deal right now, but if he turns out to be a good player, we're going to regret that. Statement number 2, I commend you and I encourage you to continue to go head-to-head with Pro Football Focus. We need that. I'm tired of people disrespecting Trey Diggs.
Sure.
So, just keep up the good work on that, man. So my question is,
yes, sir.
I'm real picky about who I listen to with Cowboys content, man. There's a lot of people out there talking and not a lot of people saying anything significant.
Sure.
But I like Dave Hellman.
Yeah.
So, but Dave said something the other day. He said, man, Cooper Rush ain't getting the same looks that Dak would get. And, you watch film, we all watch film together. We got our own way of dissecting the game before. But I'm not seeing nothing crazy, man. I'm seeing 8-9 guys in the box, trying to stop the run. I'm seeing people, drop back in nickel covers, in the zone, trying to stop. I'm not seeing anything different. So what is your opinion on what Dave Hellman was trying to say when, he's saying that Cooper Rush is getting different looks on defense versus what Dak will be looking at?
Well, if Dak Prescott saw looks like that, like if he saw like a whole bunch of cover 1 looks, cover 0 looks, you ain't see it very long. Most of the time in these cover 1, cover 0 looks, they load up the box. You'll probably get a lot of blitzes out of it. Dak Prescott was, to be exact, Will, he's one of the best versus blitz or the best versus blitz.
There was one point where he was the best last year versus the blitz, but he finished as one of the best. I think somewhere like top 3 or 5 in the league.
Sure. So you're not going to see a whole bunch of that. When Dak, so we're just using last year for an example. We don't have Cooper, we don't have Amari Cooper anymore, but you didn't see a whole bunch of teams just one-on-one receivers with no safety help. You didn't see a whole bunch of that because Dak Prescott knew how to expose that, right? So what we've been seeing the last couple of days, when you'll see Cooper Rush out there throwing deep, it ain't because Cooper Rush made the reads and just decided to throw deep. You know what I mean? It's just that, this is the look we have. It's 7 dudes in the box. and they're daring us to throw the ball one-on-one to CeeDee Lamb outside versus William Jackson III. We got to throw the football right here. You know what I mean? And you just can't, I mean, you can run into that look. You just load your tight ends up and run into that look. But you're forced, like you almost have to force Cooper Rush to attack that one-on-one exchange, right? Luckily for us, Cooper Rush did well versus that one-on-one exchange, right? But to where we're hoping Cooper Rush does well versus that one-on-one exchange, Dak Prescott rubs his goddamn hands together like Birdman when he sees that. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, they both see very different looks. And that package that Will Steele put together for you, you see a lot of too high in that shit because you have to. But when you don't see too high, you see a big play from Dak Prescott. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, they 100% get different looks. They're daring Cooper Rush to beat you in the air. It ain't too many teams. A couple teams will do it, to be fair. A couple teams will do it. But all the teams ain't gonna dare you to beat Cooper Rush. I mean, dare you to dare Dak Prescott to beat you in the air, especially not Washington and their DBs.
Gotcha. And I thought that's what he meant when you talking about the blitzing. So I appreciate that. You guys have a good one, man. Thanks a lot.
Sure. Appreciate you, my guy. That was Christian, man. Good call. What he was saying about Ridgeway, though, and look, we just gonna have to live and die in LA, man. If we weren't so good at team building, Ridgeway would still be here. We'll still. If we weren't so good at team building, Ridgeway would still be here.
I just don't, everybody likes players. I'm just not seeing what's the big deal about losing Ridgeway. He's a 5th round pick, 1-tech guy that didn't pop in preseason, preseason or training camp. If we saw something, like if we saw Bohanna type stuff from Ridgeway, it'd be a different story. So and again, he may be great. So can all the other guys we cut. They may be great, but all you can do is just judge off of, for him, he doesn't have a resume in the NFL. All he has is preseason, training camp, and rookie and all that, rookie minicamp and whatnot. And they didn't see anything. I didn't see anything either to be like, yeah, sucks we lost him. I mean, it sucks because you drafted him, but other than that, I mean, you can go get a Ridgeway again next year.
Yeah. And you just can't keep a guy because he's chippy or he brings aggression to the locker room or anything like that. Because look, this is my thing, right? John Ridgeway was given the opportunity. Say, all right, Ridgeway, your job is to beat the dude like you that we drafted last year. Bohanna is that guy. If you can't beat him, beat Tristan Hill. If you can't beat him, try to beat Chauncey. Like, that's your group of guys you got to beat.
Los. You're gonna keep Ridgeway over Los if you want to be better this year? There's no way. You would do it because you don't want to give up on the draft pick. That's about it.
Sure. So even if Ridgeway ends up being a good player for you, we don't have him because we got guys that are good players for us. So you just got to take the L on that. It is what it is. I mean, how many times have we let go of a corner and we watch Monday Night Football and be like, Reggie Robinson with them?
The only one that comes to mind is the cat that went to Kansas City. He's now somewhere else. It might be with the Niners. And I think he leads the league during that time with like pass breakups or something weird. But
I didn't think Travaris Ward was gonna do shit with his life, but boy,
yeah, Ward, yeah.
Neil, let's get Neil on the phone. What's up, Neil? Neil.
Oh man, I had you muted because I forgot I had you muted.
Why y'all be muting me?
How you doing, big up?
What's up, Neil? What's good with you?
Not much, man. Hey, so just wanted to let you know, man. This offense, new offense, man. Now that Cooper's here, we looking so much better in the air.
Mm-hmm.
The offense is so much more fluid.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to put that out there.
What?
If that's what I was. I mean, if I was one of them, you know what I'm saying, that's what they would want me to say, but that's not what I'm actually about. I want you to know, you know what I'm saying, it's for life, you know what I'm saying, on that NWO stuff. I just wanted you to know that, like, whatever, all that stuff that's put out in the atmosphere, I don't like that, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, Ford's my quarterback. That's just how I'm rocking.
Pause.
Wait. I'm confused. You had me in the first half, but he went from so far left to so far right. Where are you standing here?
It sounds like you caught yourself mid-sentence and trying to clean that shit up. Is what it sounds like. That what it sound like your ass trying to do. It sounds like you caught yourself mid-sentence and you thought I was gonna agree with you, but you tried to clean that shit up midway. Don't get hit with a chair, goddammit. You better be safe around here. I got questions, goddammit. I got questions. Okay, so say what you said again. Give me your thought. What side of the fence you on?
I'm on that the entire time.
That ain't what you said at first.
What I wanted to do was I wanted to have that segment where it's like the protagonist looks like they're about to turn heel.
All right, hold on.
And then they rip the foot off, and it shows that they're still a part of the
All right, hold on.
protagonist.
All right, Neil. All right, Neil. Time out, Neil. Hold on, Neil. Time out. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Can you hear this, Will, still?
No.
You can't hear that? The one day we don't sound check on this. I'm trying to pull the tapes on them, and the one day we don't sound check, we can't get them. Hold on, let's see if I can do it like this, Will. Still, hold on, goddammit. I'm no quitter. I'm no quitter, Will. Still, we gonna let this ad run because the volume don't got YouTube Premium. It's fine. How about this? Let's see something, Will. Still, can you hear this? Wait, hold on. Wait. God, oh, I want to. Can you hear that?
Nah.
Oh no, I wanted to get you so bad. Hold on, goddammit. We got the roadcaster. Let me go ahead and get you to.
Oh, don't do that to him.
You kidding me? All right, Neil, go ahead, sir. Okay. So Neil, what was you trying to say here, man? Because man,
No. So here's my point of view.
Don't get nervous
Right?
now.
There's a lot of people that's saying that Coop is looking this way, Coop is looking that way.
But what's Neil saying?
I am not a part of them.
Uh-huh.
My point was to make it seem like I was, and then pull it back, bring it back to where it's supposed to be, put things into a better perspective. That was my intention, good sir.
So you was trying to troll me, but so you really don't think the offense looks better with Rush, Cooper Rush?
Hell no.
Oh, okay. Oh man,
I could look. I'm on YouTube right now. I can hop on you. I can go ahead, pull up the live feed, bring it back some,
No, that's cool.
and then play exactly how I said. If that would make you feel better.
No, sir, because it's 4:35. But go ahead.
Wholehearted. Look, I was going to bring up some points that I saw looking through the game and trying to piece up as much as I could through highlights.
So
it seems like everything that I was going to pull up has already been highlighted through one person or another.
Sure.
I saw something about one of the blitzes that was put up.
Okay.
And that was already highlighted by, I think it was J Tuck. It was either J Tuck or I'm not sure. It was one of the stunts inside, and then I believe it was Donald that came down and like got a free hit.
Right.
It was a couple of them that I wanted to point out, but everything that I saw, everything that I was going to point out has already been annotated. And then the rest of this call has kind of been so long and trying to bring stuff out. I guess this point.
Yep.
I guess at this point, I just want to show, love for those that have been riding with this team through thick and thin, and showing love to, exactly what this team can be. Even though some people, like whenever Dak went down, he immediately said, what was it? If Dak is out longer than 5 weeks, somebody said that, I can't remember who it was, but I do appreciate for the leader of this community to come back strong and bring us to and start pointing out all those things that those naysayers have said. So I do appreciate everything that you've done, Big Voch. When I call back on Victory Monday,
you waited.
All right. I appreciate you. I appreciate the time, though, Voch.
Hold on, Neil. Wait a minute, Neil. Wait. Because let me say, I do appreciate you for giving props and showing love to the community and holding us down and all that. But, dog, it is so hilarious.
It's my turn. You told me it was my turn.
You heard the Undertaker bell, and you waited till it finished, and then you kept. Oh, Neil, hey, yo, look, Will, press the button again. Neil say, well, listen. What I was saying, Voch, I just wanted to just. Oh shit, Neil, we love you, man. Appreciate you. Call back tomorrow, dog. We gonna let you get your other points out, dog. I'm sweating. Appreciate you.
I didn't even know he was still on the phone.
Yeah, he was. Dog, he respected the bell. You can't get mad at him. He respected the bell, Will.
No, that was the smoothest. That was the smoothest Taker bell I think yet. Like he shut as soon as he. I just think that people should really roll.
Oh man, yo, dog.
Let's go.
It is 4:40. I apologize. We're gonna try to get to y'all quickly. I don't want to put y'all on clock game. But
Hold on, how many?
4. All right, so we got 4 callers. We're going to get to y'all as quick as possible, okay? So get in, make your point, and I'm going to love on y'all and see if we can get you platinum. All right, let's do it. And Marcus Hart said he got 2 quotes. Marcus, give us 1 and save 1 for later. I know you got a million quotes, but we got a lot of weekday shows. So just pick the best one for the day, Marcus. Appreciate you, my guy. 336, quickly. What's up? Who this?
Hey, man. What's up, Big Voch, man? Long time listener. Appreciate you. Me on.
What's good with you, bro?
Big Zay, Carolina.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, got 2 quick points.
One of them.
Man, whenever Mr. Hellman.
What's up, big swole ass Voch?
I need you to get up there, man. I need you up there. Because them 2 bums, Otto and McCoy.
What up, tight shirt Voch? Big swole motherfucker.
And then second one, man, on the Eagles again.
Yeah.
Have they scored in the second half of the game?
That's interesting. That's interesting. Have the Eagles scored in the second half? I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have. Yeah, I'm positive.
I've just been, seeing a whole bunch of love, and I watch a little bit. I ain't no Eagles fan,
Mm-hmm.
but I watch, and they don't score a lot. And they put up yards like how they said Dak was,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't. They getting all this love, and it's empty calories, it's empty stats in the second half.
I'll tell you what.
And winning.
I'll tell you what. Out of their 4 games, they've only scored 9 points in the fourth quarter. So shit, you might be on to something.
Hey, I'm not, I ain't trying to jump the gun, but I think our defense we're gonna have something to say about that.
All right.
We're gonna have something to say about that.
Yeah, I feel you. What's your name, my guy?
That's all I got.
What's your name?
Isaiah, man. Big Zay, Carolina.
Everybody big. I got you, Big Zay. We're going to put you down as Big Zay. Next time you call in, wouldn't know it's you. And I'm going to answer the phone. What's up, Big Zay, my guy? Appreciate you.
He came in there real smooth. What up, Big Voch?
What a big ass swole ass Voch. Like, hey, bud. I know you. You from Natchez? 512, quickly. What's up? Who this?
Yo, Voch. Kieran.
What's good with you? What you got for the show?
I was just calling, getting tired of these people with all their negativity. We're the only fan base that's 3-1, have people complaining about bullshit.
Yep.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
I got the fantasy chat over here talking about if Cooper Rush's team and talking about CeeDee Lamb's the number 2 wide receiver, and then begin to list 20 receivers that are better than CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Can you and Sky list 20 receivers better than CeeDee Lamb?
Well, Voch can't in particular, but you shouldn't be listening to non-Cowboy people by Cowboy Matters anyway. But it is what
They're
it is.
Cowboy fans. That's the part that's annoying.
Oh well, they just wrong then. Yo, Eric, Eric, I just put you down platinum. I'm so sorry we run up on time, but we're gonna get your body. I love you though, man. Appreciate you. Shit, my bad. Well, that bill was so crazy.
It's the best thing ever. Whoever that was that talked about doing that, thank you, man.
Shouts out to you. 585, what's up? Who this?
Yo, what's up?
What's good with you?
I'm doing good. I was just calling. I want to thank y'all for opening my eyes how important the O-line is and all that. Because watching around the league, you realize just how much everybody got trash O-lines, whether it's Bears, Washington, Colts. Watching Jeffrey Simmons whoop up on the Colts was hilarious.
Oh yeah, man, it was bad. It was bad. Yeah.
I just wanted to ask, where do you think our O-line ranks, like in the league, with top 5, top 10? I didn't want to know because it's held up a lot more than we thought it would.
Well, we got a Zach, we got a Tyler, we got a Terrence. I'm counting Terrence in that group. We're having problem, and our center and left guard are only weird when the other team is like fantastic. So if we going against a good D line, then we have the possibility to look bad. But if we go against regular dudes, I think we'll look fine. So I'm fine calling us an above average offensive line. I'm fine with that.
Above average, okay, cool. That's all I wanted to know because I found myself watching O-line play more now that I started listening to y'all towards the end of last year. So just wanted to call in and say thank you for that. Now y'all answer very fun.
Hey, appreciate you. Good call, my guy. Call us back tomorrow or just whenever. Big salute. Appreciate the offensive line, love. We're gonna be all right, man. 757 410. My cell phone just overload. 757. What's up? Who this?
What up, Voch? This Ant from Virginia, man.
What's up, man? What you got for the show?
Real quick. Sunday post game show. You was preaching. You was going there. We was sipping water. But it was one thing that you kept saying, and Cowboy fans, y'all need to listen to this, man. One word: we need to stay focused. We need to stay focused, man. With all this CeeDee Lamb, Cooper Rush, Dak Prescott talk, you just need to stay focused. And then lastly, are we saving the offensive Turpin for like later the season? And we need to run more draw plays. We ran it in the red zone or close to the red zone.
Sure.
That was about 20 yards.
20 yeah.
We need to do more of that. But that's all I got, man. A little sick. I'm going to listen off air.
I got you, man. Appreciate you. Get well soon, brother. And I just put you down platinum. Next time you call in, we'll know it's you. Shit, we would love to see Turpin on offense. You know what I mean? But it just comes down to where do you get those targets from? And it's going to be even more difficult to get them involved because it shouldn't be too crazy to get them involved. But because Gallup comes back. But I still think we need to do a better job with distribution because Tony didn't do very much. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see Tony get his opportunities back. If I had to cut from somebody, I don't even know who that. I can't even think about the target sheet right now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Turpin will find his way. He'll go out there. We just haven't given it to him. We just haven't designed anything or ran anything designed for him. So hopefully we'll see it soon because we won't know at least until we see Turpin in action. You feel me? Let's get into the chat box. I ain't got to give a long intro. It is 4:46. We behind the 8 ball anyway. Let's see what y'all. We probably just get a quote and get on up out of here. It is 4:46.
They ain't talking about nothing in there, but me and old jokes.
Oh, okay, then well, if it's old jokes, y'all ain't talking about nothing. Then if it's old jokes, somebody said hit the Sanford Son theme. I will not hit the Sanford Son theme on Will Steele. The hell wrong with you?
What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
I know I had a super chat that I need to get to, and Will see if you find a question from the people while I find the super chats, bro. While I pull these super chats up.
Marcus Hardison just dropped his quote, so let's keep that at the bottom here.
Yeah. Keep that there. Well, let me see. All right, there's Marcus Hardison's quote. We'll get to that as soon as we get to the super chat because y'all paid to be seen, so we got to hold y'all down.
People just be in here lying. He does not. Don't let me. Yeah, you go ahead and get in the chat.
Okay. I can't look. It's something I ain't gonna be looking at. I gotta cover my eyes.
Oh no. Just people lie.
Oh yeah. People lying. Sick of this. Sick of this line. Sick of this line. Sick of this talk. Here we go. Super chat. What's today? The 4th? Got a lot of super chats. The Riverbend. Read that one. Appreciate you. Grande Poppy says, boy, he dropped the deuce and says defense should be called the nation of domination.
Say this again.
He says our defense should be called the nation of domination.
Oh, wrestling term. I like the name. Yeah.
I just want something a little more slick.
LVE can be Owen Hart when he joined. You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough, and it's time for a change. That Owen Hart.
Shit. Yeah. R.H. Lewis dropped a deuce and says, but Voch, you got a line on the long snapper? Pedrowski says Cowboys get the ups. Okay, we read that one. Take your cousin to Golden Corral. I got you, brother. assuming. A Q Dog dropped a 5 and says the long snappers off. Okay, we read that one. So it must have been on the volume side what I've been missing. So let's see. Let's see on the volume side.
Sleazy just dropped 2 and said Voch and Sky, the motherfucking tag team champs of the world, Craig.
Appreciate you, Sleazy. And look, this is a problem. I be trying to find super chats from like earlier, and y'all like to drop them at the end, so I don't see them. Y'all trifle. But appreciate you, Sleazy. Okay, there you go. Sleazy be on my Twitch when I'm twitching. And Corian Fairley dropped a dime and says, Voch, I said I got you when you were on here with Foots. I hardly catch the live. Can you drop the link for the full film sessions breakdown? Shouts out to my guy, Scott. That's in patreon.com/patreon.com/. I don't see the full-blown film sessions. That is where they are. Patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. You go over there, you subscribe, and you'll get all of me content that I've done this year. And it'll be there. We'll figure out draft when draft season comes around. You feel me? All right, let's get this quote and let's wrap up the show. Let's get the quote, then wrap up the show. People been telling me I need to watch House of Dragons. I'm gonna let that thing sizzle for a little bit before I catch up to it.
I let that beat build, bro, and now I'm mad. Yeah. I wish I would have just let it all just go and then binge watch the whole season. Now I'm mad because it's really good.
Oh, it's fire? Okay. Cool. I mean, Throne's only about like 10 episodes per season anyway, and it's been about 5. You know what I mean? So you got too much more. Hear ye. Shit, I lost him. Where the hell Marcus Hart's at? Somebody find him in the woods. Find him in the woods.
I low-key lost.
A Voch and Sky, how the hell can we slow down the rush? I thought you meant like Cooper Rush. I'm about to say, like, just he'll slow himself down, honestly. That motherfucker slow himself down. I can't find my. All right, here we go. At the volume, that's me and Will Steele. At the volume, he who fights monsters should see it that he does not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back at you. New name for the defense, the Abyss. Will Steele, the Abyss.
The Abyss. That was a TNA wrestler.
Yeah,
it's trash, but kind of like it though. We're working on it. We're working on it.
Yeah, we gonna figure this. It has no ring to it at all. But not theoretically, not.
It's better than the Hot Boys.
It's way better than Hot Boys. It has some imagery to it. That's what I'm about to say. It has some imagery to it. You know what I mean? We'll work on it.
Low key, the way this setup does look like one of those wigs today. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. No, yours look like the nun wigs. You know what I'm saying? Like you like old girl that had the bell. She was like, shame. You like shame, shorty. Hit the bell, Will Steele. Hit the bell.
When Jesus walked. Sister Act.
Hey y'all, it's been a cool little show, man. I appreciate y'all. We gave y'all some overtime, man. It's 4:42. That's as long as we've been.
We put in a double
show, man. And I gotta drop Patreon later, man. So don't say I don't love y'all. You feel me? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow the volume on all social media platforms, follow Voch on all social media platforms, VOCHLOMBARDI. Love y'all to pieces. We'll still tell the good people where they can find thou.
On Twitter, at Skywalker Still in the morning, A to Z Sports Dallas on YouTube.
And with that being said, I'm about to drop this link in the description. It is my Trevon Diggs and the Dallas defense film session. Trey Diggs had a big game. I talked about Dono, talked about D-Law. We talked about Neville, some of the other guys. All right. So, and Deron Bland. So check that out. Y'all hold down for the Doski, Wolski, and Peasky, Whiskey. Till next time. Volume.
Beats Planet.
Authentic.